First off, it's Charles J. That just in case you ain't heard of me, they told me it was too late. But I promise that I'll be the first to speak. Most of these rappers, they fake. But you can't have your way, this ain't Burkhead. Everybody said it won't be till they see smoke, then they realize they'd rather have turkey meat.
What it do? It's 903 Boxing. I'm your host, Charles J. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, boxing fans all over the goddamn world. I'm gonna go ahead and do it. I wasn't gonna do it, but I'm gonna do it. These are my post-fight thoughts on Zhang versus Joyce. God damn. Zhang, you picked up the win. I'm gonna start this video off with I'm gonna start it off with you, Zhang. I'm gonna get to Joyce. Listen, Zhang, you're different. You different. I don't know, boy. You different. But anyway, I think you're a very good fighter. When I say you different, listen, because when I seen this post fight, I just watched the fight again. I watched it earlier, but I just watched it again because I'm a little shocked. I'm not shocked, but I am shocked. But you know, a lot of shit I gotta say. But Zhang, you are different. You the opposite of a China Mac. Like I'm gonna tell you something. Like I don't know. And then you grew up in Jersey or some shit. Yeah, you different. Yeah, you different. And even when you spoke Chinese, it sounded gangster as shit. I was like, God damn, I didn't know what it meant, but I just knew that shit was stiff. Whatever it was, he said some tough shit. Zhang a tough fighter. I think he's the second hardest punching heavyweight in boxing, behind Wilder. I think he can stop anybody at heavyweight. I think he got the power to do it. Goddamn, Zhang, you tall as shit, bro. What you about 6'6", 6'7"? You big as shit. You about 260. Boy, I'd love to see you against Fatback Fury. Boy, they better keep AJ from you. You a problem. Oh boy, I got you stopping Dylan White in the first round. Zhang would stop Dylan White in the boy. Them legs gonna buckle, cause you know his legs ain't steady. Them legs are not steady. They gonna buckle. I got you stopping Joshua. I got you stopping Joshua inside 3 rounds. But I got you stopping Dylan White in the first round. They better not put Joseph Parker on you. You'll destroy Joseph. I don't, you know. But as much as I've said the shit I've said, and shout out to you for the win, bro. You did what you did. I thought you beat Herkovich. Yeah, I thought people out, cause you know, I noticed some of boxing is groupies, and you gonna get a lot of groupies, and we finna see a lot of Zhang videos. This will be my only Zhang video. I'm just gonna say, bro, you pretty good, and I thought you beat Herkovich, and boxing fans should have stood behind you. But even though, I'm gonna say this about Herkovich, you ain't good as they said you was, but to get through 12 rounds with Zhang, you can't be no punk, bro. I'm just gonna say that's the best shit I can say about you, Zhang. If a motherfucker fight you, you gotta be all the way back that. You gotta be a dog to beat Zhang. Yeah, you gotta be that. That's for sure. So Herkovich, even though, and you know, you ran, but for you to survive for 12 rounds, I gotta give you credit, Herkovich. But you're not good as they said you was, and I don't think you'll be a heavyweight champion. I think Zhang got a better shot. But yeah, Zhang, that's the best shit I can say about you. Other than that, bro, if you can just work on your conditioning, man, I think that's your biggest flaw. You throw a lot of punches in the first 6 rounds. After the 6th round, you throw about 6 punches around, and it get lower and lower. So later down the stretch, that would be a problem. Boy, I'd love to see you against Usyk. I love to see you against any top competitor. I think you deserve a shot. I do think you deserve a title shot. I think you got a better chance of beating Fatback Fury than Usyk, because with your reach, Fatback Fury won't be able to move as much, and I think you can clock Fatback. I think you can clip him. I really think you can clip him. It depends on what he on that night. Because I'm just gonna say this, Zhang can probably beat Fury because Fury don't punch the same way he punch against Wilder against other fighters. So I think Zhang could clip Fury. As far as Usyk does a lot of movement, and that's the style that's bad for Zhang. And I'm gonna tell you something. I got Wilder beating Zhang only because he would fight him like he just fought that last dude, that Viking. What's that motherfucking name? Oh, what's his fucking name? Can't remember his name. But he beat Kalnowski twice. I just can't remember his name. And him and Wilder are good friends. But how he moved and caught him coming in, that's how he would have to beat Zhang. And I think Wilder definitely got the power to clip Zhang. Another thing about your Zhang, you do got a great chin. But Wilder gonna clip you. And Usyk, I think Usyk can beat you because of that style. He gonna move a lot, and after the 6th round, it'll be easier for him to pick you apart. So I think you need to work on your conditioning. Get your strength and conditioning coach. Yeah. And some fighters just are first half fighters. So, kind of like Ernie Shea was. But now Ernie Shea he'll catch your ass with something in the 12th round or some shit. But anyway, yeah, that's the shit I can say about you, Zhang. I gotta give you credit, bro. You get all credit, and I wish you the best with your career. And you a bad motherfucker. Yeah. You a blackanese. Yeah, you very thuggish. You very thuggish, ruggish, bonish. Or some shit. I don't know. You like a gangster Chinaman or some shit. I don't know. You just look like you used to go. I don't know. You just look like you used to buy fillers and shit. I don't know. I just can picture you. You just look like you used to freestyle and roll up swishers and shit. Yeah, and freestyle and shit with your homies. I mean, you just look like that, and you look like you done flipped a few packs. I don't know. You might have been a motherfucker. What's the motherfucker? You might have been what's the motherfucker? Motherfucker they sent at you when you owe money. I can't remember. But anyway, you a bad motherfucker. And anybody that fights you, they better come with it. And they gotta have a lot of heart to beat you, because you'll make a lot of fighters fold. Yeah. So, Joyce. And also Zhang, yeah, I like you as a fighter, bro. I like you because you tough. I like you because you really are tough. But Joyce tough too. And I want to make something very clear. Even though you lost pimping, Joyce lost with dignity. Let me tell you something about him. And even though, yeah, let me say this. I listened to the post-fight interview. Joyce didn't sound defeated, and he didn't look defeated. His eye looked defeated. Yeah, his eye was defeated as shit. But he wasn't defeated. He wasn't defeated mentally, bro. He wanted to keep fighting. When you seen him, he still had the same calm and there was no panic. And that's what I like about Joyce. His eye was closed and he was still fighting like that motherfucker was wide open. Joyce, I swear to God, that motherfucker, he tough too. He tough, but I'm finna tell you something about boxing and the shit that they do. Bro, styles make fights. This is one of those scenarios where styles make fights. Man, Zhang is the worst style that you could have ever put in there with Joyce. worse southpaw with power. Oh my God. And Joyce gonna stand right in front of you? No. That straight left gonna land? No. But I'm gonna say this. This is what nobody's gonna talk about. Had that fight not stopped, Joyce was gonna deep waters. Joyce got an engine. Nobody that motherfucker don't get tired. That motherfucker he got an engine. He was gonna wear Zhang down, and I had him stopping Zhang maybe 11th round. 11th round. He was gonna stop him, bro. Joyce beats on you until you stop. He beats you until you stop. So what I'm saying, closed eye or no eye, nah. And I will say this, Zhang did hurt him a few times. Zhang can hurt anybody. It's about what you do after you hurt. Man, right after Joyce got hurt, he walked him down. Joyce got that shit that I like. Joyce got, and I'm just gonna say this about boxing. Listen, Zhang, you get full credit. Bro, we can't never, I just don't, we ain't gonna never find out if these fighters got heart, because referees gonna stop the fight, bro. I just want, bro, did you see the shit that Roberto Duran did to Sugar Ray Leonard in the first fight? And that fight was not stopped. Did you see the shit that happened with Hagler and Hearns? Did you see all these punches? Did you see when Ali got dropped by Ernie Shavers? Did you see that shit? That shit could have, today, those fights would have been stopped. And we would have never got to see the heart that Ali had when he got up from that punch. We would have never got to see the heart that Larry Holmes had when he got up from that punch from Ernie Shavers and outboxed him. So, bro, these refs, I swear, it's the same in basketball. That's why the motherfuckers stay at the free throw line. It's the same way in football. You know, referees, listen, this is a brutal sport, and we are brutal fans, and we want to see brutal shit. Let's just say it what it is. I'm tired of y'all acting like protect the fight. No, he there to get fucked off or fuck somebody off. That's what we there to see. So that's what we pay for. We pay to see pain afflicted on upon people and shit like that. So let's not. I hate when people try to act like, that's how we try to act like it ain't racism and shit like that. That's how we act we act like this ain't a brutal ass sport. You gotta be a violent motherfucker to like boxing. You gotta be a violent evil. Well, I ain't gonna say evil. You gotta be a violent motherfucker though. You gotta be a violent motherfucker and believe in inflicting pain on people. You gotta be a motherfucker that like to see people in pain and knock the fuck out, and brain shaking and shit, and shaking. Yo, when Wilder made that white boy shake and have a seizure, I jump for joy. So it's some shit wrong with a lot of us boxing fans. We are fucked up mentally. Anytime you get joy out of seeing a man shake and you don't know if he gonna wake up or not. So yeah, boxing is very brutal, and I want to see a little more brutality. I want to see a lot more. I want to see these fighters. Let these fighters recover, bro. Let these fighters recover. We'll never know what they got, bro. Even Bud, bro. Listen, I've been saying, yeah, I don't think he does spin. But now, bro, that fight shouldn't have been stopped against Porter. We should have watched and see Bud finish him, because that was gonna have to happen, because Sean Porter ain't gonna quit. Bud would have had to finish him, and I think Bud would have finished him, but we want to see it though, bro. I want to see fighters get finished. Yeah, I want to see you get finished, bro. I just want to see the finish. I don't. Sometimes the ref jump in too quick, bro. Now, let me say this. What's the motherfucker name? What's Sloppy? He's sloppy. Sometimes he in shape. Sometimes he ain't in shape. What's the motherfucker? He fought Lennox Lewis. Klitschko beat the shit out of. What's that motherfucker name? Anyway, he knocked out Tommy Morrison. You know his name. If you know boxing, you know his name now. And them punches he landed, bro. He landed by 3 wild ass hooks, and Tommy Morrison was knocked out on his feet. And the ref let him land like 9 other clean ass shots. Now that's just disgusting, bro. The fighter was knocked out on his feet, so I don't approve of shit like that. I want to make that very clear. And I'm joking when I talk about the brutality, but it's true though. It's true though. But now I don't want to see no fighter a season up, and I don't want to see. No, I care about the fighter, and I want to see you healthy, and I don't want you suffering from brain damage or none of that. So I want to make that very clear. I care about these fighters, and they are risking their life in the ring. Literally, they risk their life in their ring. So it's much respect to all you fighters. Even to the fighters that's ducking, it's respect to you that you get in that ring though, and you risk your life for our excitement and entertainment. So respect to you fighters. You don't get enough respect. I'm saying all this to say this. Promoters play games. Let me tell you something, bro. It's a lot of your favorite fighters that if they match them up with the right, he'll lose. Certain styles, bro, are bad for certain. Let me tell you something. I always said this, and to me, this is Spence's greatest win. I would say Ugas or Kell Brook because those are performances I love. But 3 to 4 years ago, I said 3 to 4. It was about 3-4 years ago. I was like, man, Bud and Spence gonna meet up, but I think Danny Garcia a bad style for Spence. He'll beat him, but the left hook, and Spence like to fight on the inside. I see that left hook catching Spence a lot, and Danny can hurt anybody with that left hook. So I always said Danny against Spence, that's a tough style. And I always said Sean Porter versus Crawford is a tough style. Because Crawford don't throw a lot of punches, and he start out slow. Sean Porter throw a lot of punches. He got a good inside game. Crawford don't fight on the inside. I always said that would be a tough-ass fight. I got to say this about Spence. Spence showed some shit. Spence, and they both, I got to break this down. Spence showed that Danny even never landed the left hook, bro. And nobody ever beat Danny like that. He beat the fight out of Danny. Danny was defeated mentally. Earl Spence beat the dog shit out of Danny. No fight. He ain't never just destroyed an elite fighter like he destroyed Danny. He destroyed Danny. Destroyed him. Danny didn't fight for about 2 years. So I was shocked that he beat him so easily coming off that car wreck. So shout out to him for that. And with Bud, I'm going to tell you this. I knew Bud had power. But it's just the way he dropped Sean Porter. And when I started seeing him throw them left uppercuts, I said, God damn, Bud sitting down on this punch. He finna clip him. And that's when he dropped him. But what impressed me about Bud, a lot of fighters, Sean Porter can make you fold. He can make you fold and just get into a slug match with him, and he'll win that fight because he got fast hands and he better at exchanges. So Bud impressed me, the fact that he's a true finisher. And I watched him turn up. When he turned up on Sean Porter couldn't do nothing with him. When he turned up, he couldn't do nothing with him. So, like I said, there was another fight, and I believe PBC thought Sean Porter was going to win that fight. I think that was a setup because I think promoters thought Sean Porter was going to beat Bud. That's a terrible style for Bud. Sean Porter was a terrible style for Bud. A bad style. Somebody that's low like that, duck low, great head movement, great timing, and very respectable power. Sean Porter was a dog. And so it just, his style was very bad for Bud. So I'm just saying this to say that promoters know how to match up fights. Zhang is a terrible style for Joyce, bro. And I feel like they done that shit on purpose because Joyce was supposed to fight Usyk or Fury. And I'm finna tell you how boxing works. I got Usyk beating Zhang because he gonna move, bro. He gonna move, and Zhang is very slow. But I got Joyce beating Usyk and Fury. And I know it sounds crazy. Stylistically, bro. Stylistically. Zhang is the second hardest puncher in boxing behind Wilder. Zhang he never dropped Joyce. Zhang is a one-punch knockout artist. And I watched Joyce take shots from him. So I'm just telling you, Fury, he was gonna walk through him, bro. He was gonna walk. You can't, I don't see no fighter in boxing. You ain't going 12 rounds with Joyce though, bro. You're not going 12. You're not finna outbox him for no 12 rounds, bro. He gonna wear you down. And he got a tank. Like I said again, the only fighter, like I said, I got beating him. And I got him beating Zhang in the rematch. Because if the ref didn't stop this fight, Joyce was gonna wear him down. That's what he does. He do it in every fight. If you just let him fight, he get hit a lot. That's what goes on. So there was never no point in that fight where he was fighting for survival. He was always in the fight. So like I said, referees, that y'all ruin the sport, bro. Yeah, I got Joyce beating Fury and Usyk, and he was supposed to get that next shot, but y'all put Zhang in front. The southpaw that's just as big as him and got devastating power. That was a terrible style for Joyce. So I just want to speak up on that. Just like when you motherfuckers put Kell Brook in there with Triple G, he moved up 2 weight class. That was a terrible style for Kell Brook because he don't got great legs. He kind of boxes, but he still kind of sits in front of you, which is tailor-made for Triple G. So it's a lot of shit I can say. You got to watch these promoters, bro. They will match fight. I'm going to tell you another thing. That Boost performance ain't as bad as you think. That motherfucker Chukalaka, or whatever, Chokalaka, wherever the fuck, and I think he from Turkey or some shit. That motherfucker is tricky, bro, and he was a southpaw too. That motherfucker hopped for 12 rounds. And so, styles make fights. Chokalaka, he can make a lot of fighters look bad. So, a lot of times we look at people and we say, "What? Damn, that performance wasn't what I think." Bro, you got to look at the style of the fighter. Sometimes it ain't about how good the fighter is, because I don't think Zhang is that good. But stylistically, that was a bad style for Joyce, bro, when he sits in front of you. Zhang is great if you stand right in front of him and let him land a straight left. He's great at that if you just sit in front of him. So, but yeah, I think Zhang got a good chance of clipping Fatback Fury. But you don't beat Usyk, because Usyk gonna move. So the only fighters I don't think Zhang beat is Usyk and Wilder. I think Joyce will win in the rematch if the ref don't stop and let them motherfuckers slug it out. And let us have one of them Riddick Bowe Holyfield moments, because that's the kind of fight. That fight would have been a Riddick Bowe Holyfield type of fight. So, but we didn't get to see that. And so, like I said, boxing, it denies us of great fights, but not only of great fights, it denies us of seeing the outcome of what it would have been had you not got in the way of that. The spirit of Joyce was not gone. The spirit of the fighter, it wasn't gone, bro. See, that's when you can stop the fight. When you see that fighter don't want to fight no more, and you see him just holding on, and he balled up, and he just defeated. He looked defeated. That's when you can stop the fight. No, Joyce wasn't defeated mentally. So, you know, I'm going to say, and another thing, I want to make this very clear. Joyce got more heart than any fighter in the UK. That motherfucker got 10 times more heart than Joshua. It ain't a fighter in the UK that got more heart than Joyce. Joyce my kind of fighter. I really like that motherfucker. I really, really like Joyce, bro. Because that juggernaut shit, you know, we don't really, you know, you can call yourself whatever you want, but you stiff to me, bro. You solid. You solid as fuck. And no fighter will ever make Joyce fold. He'll never fold in that ring, bro. He that kind of, and I think Joyce can fight in any era. So they're just my thoughts, and because I think he's tough enough, and I think he got the skills to do it too. So yeah, man, like I said, styles do make fights, and you just gotta bounce back, bro. But you definitely can't stand in front of them in the rematch. If they put them back in there with you again, you can't just stand in front of him, bro. You gotta move and use your jab more and walk him down. Make him back up. Keep him on the back foot with your jab and double up your jab and work the body more. And when you throw your hooks, put your fucking hand back up, bro. When you throw them hooks to the body, you leave your shit wide open, bro. I gotta be fair. I talk shit about David Benavidez not working on his defense, bro. You need to work on your shit. If you can ever work on your defense, bro, you'll be a way better fighter. But like I said, at this point, I don't think nobody can beat you but Wilder. And I think Usyk can no, I don't even think Usyk beat you. Nah, I think Wilder the only fighter beat you. Like I said, I think you beat Usyk. I think you beat Fury. Like I said, Zhang a tough style for you. And also, he had no experience against Southpaw. So, credit to you for taking this fight, though. You know, imagine if they had to put, because they finna feed, this is what I'm saying about styles and fights. They finna feed Daniel Dubois to Usyk. That is bro, that would be the easiest fight of Usyk's career. Because Daniel's soft, and he gonna make him fold. Daniel can't box. It's a lot of shit I can say. Daniel is soft as shit. Daniel Dubois, he'd lose to Jermaine Franklin. He'd lose to Dillian White. Daniel Dubois is soft as shit. His little sister, she got a lot more heart than him. Caroline Dubois. So, nah, bro, Daniel Dubois has no chance of beating Usyk. So, but Joe Joyce beat Daniel Dubois. So I'm saying, Joe Joyce was supposed to get that shot against Usyk. But anyway, yeah, that's what I'm saying about styles and how promoters set things up. They're setting Usyk up with an easy fight against Daniel Dubois. That's an easy fight. It's tougher styles. So it depends on how the promoter set it up. And so a lot of times you got to read between the lines. Sometimes fighters can look spectacular. It's about who you line them up with. So yeah, this is 903 Boxing. I am your host, Charles J. With that, I'm out.